It's 8:30. Good morning, I'm Jessica Rouse with Hunter News. Just days before Christmas, a woman has tragically died after being hit by a car in Wallsend. The 21-year-old was walking on Minmai Road with a man just after 11 o'clock last night when she was struck by a car. She was rushed to the John Hunter Hospital but sadly couldn't be saved. The driver of the car, a male, was also taken to hospital for mandatory blood and urine testing. Investigations into the incident are continuing. The Wallsend Squash and Tennis Centre has been completely gutted by fire overnight. Fire crews were called to the building on Council Street just before 9 o'clock to find it partially collapsed and well alight. It took 6 trucks and a few hours to extinguish the fire. It was finally put out at about 20 past 2 this morning. During the operation, 50 people were evacuated from the Coles supermarket and crews also worked tirelessly to protect neighbouring properties. The man at the centre of a dramatic police chase in the Hunter has been refused bail and faces court today on a dozen charges. The 22-year-old refused to stop for police in Wallsend yesterday morning, prompting a pursuit through to the Hunter Expressway, where he was seen driving erratically on the wrong side of the road. He managed to avoid road spikes deployed by police twice, rammed a police car on the Pacific motorway injuring 2 officers, attempted to carjack 3 cars and managed to steal one of them, and was eventually caught and arrested near the Dora Creek Bridge. He's facing charges including armed with intent to commit indictable offence, resist officer in execution of duty, common assault and aggravated take-drive vehicle whilst armed with an offensive weapon. $1.5 million in funding has come from the state government for a new organics recycling plant at Newcastle. The project is expected to be completed by 2021 at the price tag of $14 million. Deputy Lord Mayor Declan Clausen says it should provide significant savings for the city.
It'll save council about $800,000 a year, which is pretty significant. It's a $14 million project and something we're really excited to see delivered, particularly with the financial support of the New South Wales government.
A Hunter coal miner has been diagnosed with the potentially deadly black lung disease. Fairfax reports the miner has worked at underground mines in the region for 10 years and at various interstate and overseas industries as well. It's the second case of the disease involving a Hunter mine worker this year. The first case was confirmed in February, and that one was the first since the 1970s. And it's looking like the perfect beach weather in the lead up to Christmas and through next week, so lifeguards in the Hunter are urging us to stay safe. The number of drownings this year compared to last year is down, but 15 is still too many. Lake Macquarie Lifeguards Supervisor Paul Stone says the majority of drownings which have occurred this year have happened at unpatrolled locations.
There might be stretches of beach that are reasonably safe to swim at, but if you swim at one of those locations where there's a set of patrol flags, you can rest assured that there is help should you need it, and that might be in the form of just needing first aid for something that has happened on the beach. It doesn't necessarily mean to say it's a rescue, but there's always help available should you need it.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
A 2-year-old colt from the Newcastle stable of trainer David Atkins is suddenly favourite for next year's Magic Millions on the Gold Coast. Yonka showed impressive speed to put away more fancied rivals as he won by over 4 lengths and kept his winning record intact. Atkins says his prize horse is unlikely to have another run before the event, despite the colt also being early second favourite for the Golden Slipper. The Jets are getting closer to rebuilding an injury-ravaged squad with another player reportedly ready to sign with the club in the transfer window next month. 27-year-old Argentinian attacker Patricio Rodriguez is expected to be the man after he left his current club, AEK Athens. It follows the signing of Riley McGree, and Jets striker Andrew Naboo says he's not fazed if he has to move around the park more.
I don't mind, mate. Like I said, I'm just playing where they tell me to play. Obviously we're short on attacking stock, so whoever they bring in I'm sure is going to do a job, and I'm happy to do a job wherever they tell me to.
And a bogeyless round of 7 under has helped Hunter golfer Aaron Townsend to the lead of the PGA Tour of Australasia. He'll take a 1-stroke lead into the final round today at the Moonar Links course. And the winning numbers in Powerball are 33, 27, 7, 10, 15 and 32, and the Powerball number is 9. 2NURFM news time is 25 to 9.